Hello everyone. Yes, it is indeed time for Real Talk with Kike. And Thursday are not the days I exactly look forward to because I'm such a corporate woman. I'm sure you all know that by now. You don't know, and you do know that Thursdays are times when my producers try to bring me out of my comfort zone. So today we'll be talking about lifestyle, wellness, of course, entertainment gist, and I'm sure I have a co-host among me on this table too that doesn't look forward to Thursday. But before we proceed on today's show, listen to our season titled On This Day in History. We'll be right back.
This day in history, Thursday, 4th of March, 1999, exactly 22 years ago, Nigeria's military government freed 47 political prisoners, including General Ladipo Dia. He was alleged to be strongly involved in a military coup to topple General Sani Abacha's in 1997 with some other high-ranked soldiers. The alleged coup was uncovered by forces loyal to Abacha, and Dia and his cohorts were jailed. After his arrest, a military tribunal sitting in the Nigerian town of Jos sentenced 6 people, including Lieutenant General Ladipo Dia, to death by firing squad in April 1988. The accused were brought to the main military barracks in Jos for the trial. Coups were a common mutiny scenario in the military dispensation, action by soldiers in high ranks, to which the liable punishment is death sentence to offenders.
Right. One of the things I think I love the most about our segment On This Day in History, because it brings back memories, history, and quite a number of things that we never knew happened in the past, and I can't help but say that I appreciate our times now, because when you listen to today's On This Day in History, what happened during General Sani Abacha's regime, and of course Dia was was also involved during his regime. And I know that during that period, it was accused, of all sorts, and it was involved in a military coup, and the people that was uncovered was Dia and his escorts, but they were caught and jailed and sentenced to life, as in to death, basically. Exactly. So in my head, I'm just thinking, thank God. What do you have to say, Marshall?
Oh, well, first of all, it's good to be here. I'd like to say a very big welcome to our viewers. Good to have you join us. And I want to say also that you're beautiful, both of you ladies.
Oh my God.
It's our month. Good to be here in your midst.
Thank God we don't look like what we're going through.
I tell you.
All right. I know, right? So the freeing, particularly, let's look at that subject, the freeing of the Dia and his squad that were sentenced to death by firing squad by the Abacha regime, came in with a lot of relief. These were fine soldiers that people thought were fine. Up to date, we still cannot say for sure that they actually plotted the coup that they were accused of. So it's left, it's in the annals of history. But as far as I am concerned, Dia was a very fine soldier.
All right. Damilola, what's the submission?
I think basically it's a nice thing that we have something ever called presidential pardon that can ever happen. So it shows that, like you said, they were not even sure if it actually happened. And it takes me back to our judiciary system, which sometimes we have investigations done like 60% and there's a conclusion all the way. And we're not even running down the line to know how it started, where it got to. But I like the fact that he didn't just die. At least somebody was freed, and death will still catch up with everybody. Exactly. Either you commit suicide, you kill yourself, or they kill you, you will still die. But it's amazing.
All right. So discussing today's topic, I think is important for us to just go straight to the point and talk about all sorts, because I know today is about gist. Nigeria isn't just the most populated country in Africa. I mean, we are not called the giant of Africa for nothing. We've got so many talented hands making us proud, both globally and internationally. And in fact, excelling in all circumstances is so deeply entrenched in the Nigerian, psychic, so to speak, but that the nationals unofficial motto is Naija know they carry last.
No, we know they carry last.
So stay tuned. You don't want to carry last on today's news. Don't forget, it is Women's Month, and we are still celebrating winnings of African women. Very quickly, let's take a look at. Let's quickly take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Everything that is happening across the globe, especially in Lagos, Lagos with traffic, with today's history, and also the governance that, the present administration. What do you have to say, Marshall, with everything, the comparison of both?
Well, for me, recently I had to go into the market to x-ray the opinions of Nigerians who were affected by the blockades of foodstuff coming from the north and all that. And amazingly, my dear, they are more bedeviled with so many problems that we do not know. For us, we could just sit back and say, oh, price of tomatoes are going high, price of fish is going high because these guys are blockading and all of that. But see, so much is happening beyond just the blockade of food. Thank God these guys have released that they have allowed that the strike be calmed down or be released and allow the trucks come down to the southwest. But so much is on the minds of people that are on the streets.
Many thanks for that. I think it's important for us to quickly take a look at our guest profile. We have two guests, so let's take a look at the back-to-back guest profile. We'll be right back. All right, many thanks for staying tuned. The man with so many names, I don't even know what to call you, and and there are lots of umbrellas, will I say positions, and I don't even know what to say, which one that suits you the most, because I know that you are Vector the Viper, did I pronounce that well? Yeah. All right, Barack Boy, Larry. I think I would prefer the Larry because my name too is Larry Waju, so let me stick to that. Or should we call him the King V? Which one? Welcome anyways, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Good. All right. So I know that there are quite a lot happening behind closed doors, but before we go into today's episode, I think it's important for us to even talk about who Vector is. Let's start from there.
I'm a lot of things.
I know.
So I'm which one is important? Okay, I grew up in the barracks.
Okay.
On Lagos Island in Lafayette.
Okay.
I went to St. Gregory's College.
Okay.
Before then, I went to Command Children's School, Bonny Camp.
Okay.
Then I went to University of Lagos and studied philosophy and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts, in Arts.
I'm sure our viewers have seen all of that during your guest profile. So I think maybe I should rephrase my question because I know that your new video with someone like you who is fast rising, among the other artists in the industry, and I think the title is called Good Girl.
Oh, her name is Good Girl Ellie.
Good Girl Ellie. So tell us about that.
Okay.
It feels like
yeah.
Ellie Momo is a brand new record off the T.E.S.L.I.M campaign that we have. T.E.S.L.I.M is the title of the album that I named after my late dad. Okay. But it's also an acronym for The Energy Still Lives in Me.
Okay.
And well, we kicked off our campaign with Ellie Momo. The next would be Crown of Clay. But yeah, the video was shot by Oludewe. It was an awesome time that we had, and it's a hit with a lot of widespread fire right now. You know what, guys? Let's take a glimpse of the video. We'll be right back. Right, many thanks for staying tuned. And of course, we have Alex on the table with us today. I'm so excited to have your personality on her. How you doing, babes?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, you look good. You look good. So
gorgeous.
Good to have you. Good to have you, Alex.
Oh,
Happy International Women's Month. It's our month. That's it. We pledge.
Victor, no vex.
All right.
I didn't think no harm.
I'm sure our viewers have seen our profile guest of Alex, before she came on set today. But let's start with Alex. I know you're very. Let me say I'm hyper excited to have you on set today. And of course, when women are winning, you're winning right now. And as an African woman, I'm so excited with everything you've been doing thus far since your exit from Big Brother Nigeria. So I think, Lolo, have you guys seen...
Did you say Lolo?
Sorry.
Have you
seen the trailer? Have you seen the trailer of a movie?
I saw it online.
All right, so you know what? Let's take a quick glimpse of our movies and we'll be right back and we'll just give it to Vector and Alex when we're back. Stay tuned. Okay, for those who do not know, the movie is going to be released March 7th, right? Correct?
Yes.
Of course. And this show is supportive of the growth of women and their endeavors in various industries. Your recent project, Nucleus, right?
Yes.
All right, spotlight your acting career and all you've been doing thus far. So tell us about this project.
This particular one is one that's very close to my heart.
Okay.
I've been holding on to it for a very long time.
Okay.
But when we had COVID, I just said, okay, I think it's time to actually do this. And I did this because I had a little cousin that I lost at age 5 in 2017. I was supposed to go for her birthday and I kept calling like, oh, I'll be there, and I never showed up. And then she died 3 days after.
Wow.
So till now, I don't think I've forgiven myself for not being there to love her enough before she left. And then we had COVID, people were just, you feel like someone is really healthy and then the next thing the person is gone and you were not able to love the person enough. That was why I had to do this, to try to explain to people. It's not only February that you try to buy cars and month of love, and month of love is every month actually. And I chose the name Nucleus because I feel like love is the central part of every single thing that we do in life.
Wow,
That's
amazing. That's great.
Well
But how has it been in the industry? How have you been managing? Has it really been easy getting other jobs aside from you doing yours?
No.
Good.
It has not been easy, especially for every single person that went through the Big Brother phase. People feel like it's really easy for us when we come out because of the hype, but most of the times what people actually have is just the hype. Behind, some companies don't want to work with you because they feel like you guys have a lot of controversy going on. Some people would want to latch on the controversies and all, but then some of the fans, they move to the next set. So if you don't have a very strong personality, if you don't have something going on for you, if you've not thought ahead, it actually be to be very hard. And then I still feel somehow for people that come out really early in the house, and then it's just they make it look like you don't have plans, people don't call you that much. So surviving in this industry has been very
challenging.
Yes. Some people in the industry see you as someone that just, it's really like, I've been here for 20 years, working myself off. And then all of a sudden you just come and in 3 months you want to come and do something that I've been trying to do
You want to make
for 20 years. So they really don't try to give you a chance like that. You actually have to fight for your respect in the industry as a Big Brother ex-housemate.
Okay, my question will go to Vector. Alex, I'll still have 1 or 2 for you. But Vector, we've seen you rise, through the years, and then we've seen one particular controversy which got my attention, where some people thought you were dissing someone. Tell us about that controversy. We are going to
Well, so maybe to just kill this conversation or make it make sense, we have a record dropping together on the 12th.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm aware of that too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, eventually.
Yes, and it started with Crown of Clay. I don't know. She was saying something and I felt the need to so maybe give you share strength with you. Nobody was ever going to give you anything that you should work for. It's one thing that I've learned, over the years. People always, first of all, it's almost as though they find it hard to accept change or something brand new. So we always have to prove ourselves, and congratulations on the work that you're doing. I hope that it takes you to next levels and next steps.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But as for you, don't worry, we have music coming out now.
Okay, so that settles the controversy.
yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right, so Vector, to you again, I know that there are quite a number of things that is happening in your industry. I think the one that is I'm more concerned about is that when it comes to the content that you guys putting out there, it seems as if the females are more, dominated in your music and it's been abused. I want you to correct that notion.
You see that word to correct that notion?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, ma. You people stop doing it. It's bad.
No, but seriously, why?
I feel and I may be wrong, so don't quote me anywhere with this. But my personal observation would be, women like praise.
Okay.
Right? I also hate the fact, well, I don't hate. I'm not sure if I like the fact that it seems like a facade. Because you can't now use what you think, and I choose my words carefully, you can't use what you think women like as a commercial angle to get things. You're either about that thing you're singing about or really not about it. So I feel like what that has done is, because women love certain things, most musicians, which might be called a lazy mentality towards making music, they want to do what they feel like, oh, women like it, let's just stay there.
Or what we sell.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wouldn't know what exactly it is, but I know that it's tied to something that women love or something perceived as what women love. That's why majority of the music is dominated by women-conscious lyrics or women-conscious ideas or or content. But for me, my entire career hasn't really been about that. It's been about various emotions and feelings that I felt as an artist, and I felt the need to maybe write music about or relate with the fans about.
Alex, how do you relate with that?
I think I actually just agree with you. You know, there are some songs. First of all, Nigerians generally, forgive me, we don't like over serious things. So we don't really appreciate people that are that serious. If you're not coming to say shake your this, shake your that, this, nobody's really listening to you except people that are sensible. Forgive me again. I know I can be very vocal.
I like vocal.
I know I'm very vocal, so it's just like sensible people that appreciate sensible songs. I'm not saying that those other ones are senseless. I'm just saying that that's what people appreciate the most when you have to shake, shake, shake. And when you say shake, shake, who's shaking is the women. They are the ones that love to listen to the whole, shake. So I actually agree with what he's saying.
Okay, before I come back to Alex, I'd like to go to Vector and say that it feels like a male-dominated industry and there's little or no chance for women to thrive. Entertainment especially. Entertainment especially. Then let's put the sector of music. There are not too many women doing music as much as men. So, do you think there's any reason for that? Are you going to say maybe some other women are lazy to push on, or the men just have that alpha male status and like, now we did here?
You just answered the question now. Like, I remember there was one time in America where Lil Kim dropped her album and all the male rappers kept their own album. I beg, this one was too hot, right? There was a time where Lauryn Hill was the strongest rapper, period. For a period, like for a strong period. I feel like women can say, for example, in our industry,
the Nigerian industry,
they can do more. Like it's weird. There are women who are upcoming bassists, guitarists, producers. I met a woman who's a video director and an editor. So will Alex go out, for example, and look out for women who are skilled but are not maybe allowed per se? Would you go out there and seek those type of people and give them the limelight? I've done it with a lot of people, right? So it's a I don't know what the true holistic angle is, but one thing I think I'm sure about is if women really did push harder. There's a girl that raps. Oh, she has this. I can't remember, but I saw something on Jimmy's Jump Off recently, and she was rapping it. They posted it yesterday or so, right? She didn't make sense.
Okay.
I feel there are women who can come up and out-rap a lot of men. Because no man no me say no, they rap rubbish. So I feel like women can also just maybe not play towards the side of, oh, we're being marginalized so much. And then because Rosa Parks did something that men didn't do, Beyonce is doing something that men didn't do, right? The World Trade,
Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Kike is doing something that men
have not been doing.
Boom, right?
So, I don't agree that the entertainment industry is a male-dominated industry, or it's
music,
the
particularly.
the music industry. Well, I also do not agree. I think it's relative. You know, like he's a rapper, and when we're talking about rappers, well, we can then say that, okay, maybe the rap sector of the music industry male-dominated, maybe because of the skill.
But even pop, like, so with pop, like, you probably, how many women can you count?
That's it.
That are however, when you hear women say they sing, like, so what else is there that women can sing about that will resonate with everybody else? Because music is also about resonance, right? What else are you saying other than, oh, baba, like, it's all
I knew it was coming to that.
It's a ping-pong type of relationship with what you said.
Let's hear Kike. If you were to be a rapper today, what would you rap about?
I think corporate things.
Yeah.
I'll be rapping about leadership, ownership culture, time management. I'll be rapping about all stuff like that.
She's already rapping.
She's rapping, yeah.
I'll be rapping about my kids. I've got 3 beautiful kids. One is in boarding house. I have 2 others. I'm rapping already.
I'll back you up on that.
All right.
Okay, she said after that, what next?
What next?
I mean, we do that for 10 years.
She
I mean,
can.
I've done mine for. I just feel like women should also be more vocal, right? So, for example, I will make music about Eli Momo, about love, but then I'll make music about what I see every day, as well. I feel like women should also endeavor to broaden the horizon and the spectrum. Not that a lot of women aren't doing it. Maybe they don't have the limelight spots yet.
Yes.
I see a lot of women that are doing great, like a lot of underground. Like, so there's Thames, there's the girl Donja I just signed, Aria Star. Yes, there are a bunch of people that are singing. Yeah. There maybe men also need to hear what exactly it is that you feel about heartbreaks or relationships, so it can help pass the message from generation to generation. So we just need to apply more and compete more.
All right, so going away from that, I know that Big Brother launched you to fame and recognition, and I cannot help but ask today that what are the losses, what are the gains after Big Brother Nigeria?
The losses, I don't really think they're that much. It's not actually a loss. People just feel they would have control over my life for some reason because they've stayed to watch me for 3 months. They know how I am when I am sad and how I am when I'm happy. So they just feel like they have a say in my life. Now, I feel like for some other people it will work, you know, for someone that wants to please you, I can't do that. I would have to please myself first, then my family before any other person. So it's not a loss, but it's been a difficulty trying to explain to people that they cannot control my life. When I came out of the house, everyone was about start a business, you know, grab all you can right now. It doesn't even have to be, you don't have to put all your time into it. Just call China, bring clothes, this, put your name on it and it will sell. I know. I would make that money. But in the next 10 years,
The consistency.
will I still be selling those poor quality things that I sold to people because I could do that? I feel like it's wickedness. So when I came out and everyone was about start a business, do this, do that, I wasn't going to rush myself because I can remember when I went for Big Brother auditions that the judge asked me, what do you do for a living? With my full chest, I said, nothing. When I went to the house and they were asking, what are you going to do from here? I said, I don't know. So I need time, or I needed time. I still need time to
discover yourself.
discover myself. I'm not
and
going
where
to
your strengths
be the
lies.
person that someone else has discovered for me. I feel people need to understand that. Then
The gains.
the gains, yeah. First of all, right from when I was 6 months, I did Nestle advert for Cerelac. I was the baby for Nestle Cerelac. So all my life, every single place I have gone to, I always come out as this sort of popular girl, even in school before I went for Big Brother. But it increased my popularity and it has actually helped me learn a lot. Being in the house helped me learn how to control my anger,
Emotions.
my emotions. I've grown so much from going there. I've made a lot of money. I'm not saying that, because when I do some things and then for some reason blogs take it out of context and they put it all over, people come out and start saying, even for Big Brother, who would even know who you are? And I'm like, see, it's destiny.
When you say some things like what?
Like I said, I can be very vocal, I can be very confrontational. Expressive. So sometimes I just do something. I know I can do silly things at times. Just something I'll start going into, you know. Sometimes I don't just think, I just act. And then start saying to Big Brother, nobody will know you. And I'm like, see, whether I went for Big Brother or not, if you were meant to know me, you will still know me. So yes, I've been popular. I've actually learned a lot. I've made a lot of money, and I still have a lot more to gain.
And you're doing well for
Great.
yourself.
Yes, by God's grace.
I'd like to take the advantage of having the both of you here. Victor, have you met her before outside this environment?
Yes, of course.
Now, okay, Big Brother. Now, we saw a lot of celebrities commenting, voting, and all of that. Being on the set right now, what is that one thing you'd like to throw at her or pick out from her, question if you may, that you think that coming from a celebrity like you, our viewers can benefit from?
That's a serious question.
I'm like, wow, okay. I didn't see that coming.
Like it caught you off guard. Wow.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So, saying that you may have been misrepresented by maybe certain things, how would you say advise people that would be in your shoes? So I'm talking about like the younger girl child, right? For example, going into the house, what would you say that you knew that you made a mistake with, or you weren't very analytical about that before doing it, that they should not try because it always results into maybe a negative angle of things?
At this point, I can't really say anything in particular, because when people ask me if I have any regrets, I would always say I don't. When it comes to this whole Big Brother thing, I don't think I have any regrets. Anything I did or anything that happened was meant to happen, and if it actually helped me in any way, it was to teach me a lesson. So I would tell anybody in my shoes to go on with life, make your mistakes, and learn from them.
All right, many thanks
great.
for that submission. I think it's important for us to quickly go on a break and get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back from the break. If you are just joining us, we still have Vector and Alex Unusual in the building. I'm checking already. Okay, let's open our phone lines to get public real talk. To share some real talk on the show, please call on the number on the screen. And of course, you can tweet to us on Real Talk with Kike's page. And on Twitter, I'll talk with Kike. I think a lot of people have been correcting me on that. So, you know, listening to both of you, I don't know if you people are ready for us, because this is another second segment where we'll be talking about quite a number of things and keeping it real among ourselves. So, quickly, you know, I think I have to ask Vector this question. As an award-winning artist and a celebrated rapper in Nigerian music industry, do you have any baby mama? It seems as if I'm coming into your personal, it sounds like I'm coming into your personal space, but we want to know, because the idea is being abused and the Nigerian women is suffering from this at the moment. Because everyone, yes, I have to say this, Nigerian women are suffering from it, and because...
You're not being realistic though.
All right, maybe it's my corporate world, you know, I just
Yeah,
go
you
back
can't,
to
like,
media.
you-
So let me get your submission on this. School me.
First off, let me clear you.
All right, clear me.
You be like cargo like this now.
What does that mean? What does
I
that
declare you
mean?
my cargo now. They declare cargo. Follow me, baby.
I'm following you. I'm following you, baby.
First of all, you can't say it's abusing women.
Yeah, I think I agree.
When a man and a woman will meet and do what they do, and maybe for whatever reason.
Okay.
Also, because men are also very mute, it doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing or they don't have their own side of the fence that they're taking in. I say this because I have personal experience and conversations about this.
Okay.
So it's not always that a man is not willing to be a woman because he's being a man and is overpowering a woman, or he's being masculine over feminine. No. A lot of times it's just yeah, sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's like waiting past banana, we know they bite down.
Alex, we're both on the same page.
I
They
was-
are schooling us today. I'm listening.
So it's not about whether it's abusing women or the privileges or anything. It's just like, okay, two people, maybe they were together at a point. They thought it was going to go somewhere and it didn't go there. It's not to blame on anybody.
I have something to say, viewers.
Then say your view.
But you know what? I'm going to just come to Alex. Alex, you know the way the film overs around the different perspective because of your comment that says that talks about love, you know, and you said that we don't see love films. So explain to us. You said we don't see love film, but we have, I think, love movies or something like that. But I need you to educate people like us who do not understand what that means and why the movie was.
Why I said that was
yeah.
because most of the times when people say, or when I tell people my movie is about love, they always go about man and woman. And they're like, oh, so two people are in love. Like, that's actually not love. You guys see it as just a man and a woman thing. I feel like love is, you know, when they're talking about mother and daughter, they make it look as if it's just because it's the mother and the daughter. They skip the love talk in it. They just feel like it's compulsory. It's something that should happen naturally, mother to daughter, but they don't explain the love. That was what I was trying to say.
Natural tendency of love.
Love is just something that's very natural. You can love anybody. People don't, I don't know, people don't understand. They don't really understand. They don't understand love. I don't think people really understand love.
Okay, it takes me to one interview you granted, and you said Nigerian men don't understand relationships. Is this the same thing? That you said, so Vector is here. She said Nigerian men don't understand
Did she say
relationships.
that, or it was interpreted?
I wrote
Please
something.
She
clarify.
wrote it somewhere like Nigerian men. So let's hear from you.
Hey, God.
Nigerian man, you are here.
I think I posted something that day or so, and then it was something that was very romantic. I am a sucker for love. Sorry, I think everyone already knows that. I just feel like Nigerian men are over serious. There are very few of them that actually do understand and that are romantic. But even when they are scared to show it to their friends. Like when they're out with their friends, they always want to be
have to man up.
bad nigga. And I don't really feel you should be like that, because when ladies are with their friends, they are really vulnerable. If you love somebody,
you're going to spit
it
it out.
And Nigerian men are always, for the people that I know that people have met, not for people that I've met, because I don't even give people the chance to do that to me. But people that I know that I've met, when you're talking, you know, the next thing is, they just call you, what I wrote was, the next thing is, when are you coming to see me? When are you coming? Nobody wants to send flowers, nobody wants to send, and they just make it look like Nigerian girls don't appreciate that. I feel like that is not true. That's what they've tried to paint.
Okay.
I think this eyes from Vector.
I think I like the way you answered the question, because I was going to take back my crush, you know, which I've always had. You know, I was going to crush the crush, you know. So, very strong crush I've had on you. My wife knows that anyway. Vector.
Yes.
The question she asked, I want to believe that the answer you gave was in reference to the second part of the question, which is, baby mama, tell us yes or no.
The funny thing is, first of all, I feel like she's being, what's that word people say? Women say again.
Just being controversial. Or
No. Women say, you are marginalizing me. Yes. See question you asked her. Me say, baby mama, is it right? I want to you see. First of all, you didn't even give me any question that looked like you were even appreciating my genius or my intelligence. But I got you though. Second of all, you can't sit down here and they'll be clearing men and you'll not be asking me serious questions. Yes, my first daughter, I'm not married to her mom.
Okay.
Yes, and I dare not go into details because no matter what happens, I respect the women that have been in my life. So, and I know nobody's perfect, so we leave that aside. However, you cannot, there's something called the fallacy of hasty generalization. You cannot hastily generalize that all men are a certain way, 1. 2, the culture of flower giving and all these new romantic things that you know are learned cultures.
Yeah, they don't belong to us.
The automatic African understanding or our native understanding of what it means to be a man is to be able to be responsible for your family on a lot of levels.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not saying it is the best way, no, because we are the hybrid Africans. We are the ones that have grown to experience, once in a while, send her flowers.
Yeah.
If not even flowers, sometimes send her food.
Once in a while.
Sometimes,
do it
like,
traditionally.
Food.
yeah, like I know my girlfriend likes the color orange. So when I was out there, I was doing an interview and I saw a nice orange bag. I was like, yeah, orange leather, I'm gonna get this. And she did like it. You do all those type of things. However, don't you think you guys are a little bit forcing your ideology of what love and relationship truly is on people who have a mind of their own? Why can't you then love them as who they are as well? Because love is unconditional, right?
Yeah.
So why are there conditions as to why men must show the love that you want to see?
Vector, imagine a high five on the air.
When you feel no, let me finish.
Okay, finish, please.
Land.
What I was trying to explain, I feel like I'm missing the point here. I said that Nigerian men that I know that people have met
Nigerian men
are quick to say, are you coming to my house? Do you want to come?
One of us knows that I have a relationship now.
Is it a situation
In Nigeria, when the man is always giving you, when are you coming, when are you coming? You not say the relationship is about you coming and
I don't
going.
want to say, okay, I don't want to generally say, men has come, because I don't want to put it like
you
that.
said you should not hastily
I don't
judge.
That's why I said that there are few people that actually see. If you bring 100 men, they are like very few. Emotional intelligence is what I'm maybe trying to. Not just the flowers, and I don't think Nigerian men. I feel like I don't want to explain myself.
Okay, did you get Valentine's
Please
gift?
wade into this.
Valentine's.
Did you get any Valentine's gift?
Can we hear? This is somebody I respect when it comes to relationships. Wade into this, Kike. What do you think about it?
About what? Be specific, so I don't
Nigerian men.
No, don't
are
go
not, have
You're too
notion.
Marshall.
You're too serious.
Don't go to Kike for Nigerian men.
You're always trying
Hold
to
it.
prove I'm a bad guy with
Hold your peace.
So
Hold
let
your
me
peace.
say this. For the first time, I think I would like to agree agree with what Victor have said, that you don't necessarily have to show love to your partner by flowers, by food. It could be, you must know the love language of your partner. It could be words of affirmation. It could be, you know, it could be traveling.
It could be,
you
come
know,
here.
and I also agree with you. Taking care of your family, for me, is another sign of love, you know, because as an adult now, when I look back and reflect on a lot of things that my ex have done in the past, you know, my ex-husband, I would say, now I think maybe that is his own definition of love. I wasn't looking at it from that angle, but today I will agree with you that I think for a man, today's men who, I stand to be corrected, shy away from responsibilities, you know, especially when it comes to some certain culture. I'm sorry to say this, Yoruba men like to look good, but they don't like to take responsibility. Igbo men would take good care. I stand to be corrected on this. I've told you. Ask me for my opinion. And since today's
this is about this.
You know, for those listening to us,
Igbo men, the viewers want to hear.
Igbo men like to take good care of their wives.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
So Hausa men,
they are dangling.
No, Hausa men are.
What are they
They are dangling. They are in between. They are neither here nor there.
All right, guys. So for me, I just feel that because I've married an Igbo man before, and I've married a Yoruba man before, and I've tasted both words, you know. Wow. And if you ask me today, who would I go for?
The Igbo man.
Maybe because of all the circumstances around both now, I will say that I will go for the Yoruba man. All right, we'll go on a quick break. All right, many thanks for staying tuned. I wish you guys can actually get a glimpse of what is happening when we go on a break, because to be honest, I really don't really like gist today, but today I'm loving the personality of the two people on set today, and of course the guy is so blunt and very direct. So Victor, let me come to you. We are in the Women's Month, and what message do you have for the African woman and the Nigerian girl out there, since we've been talking about love and all sorts and being a rapper?
Yeah. To the average woman and Nigerian girl out there, I hope, I expect that you see the true value in who you are. I expect that you see that strength is not by muscle, that is why men are not stronger than you. I expect that you also see that value in everything that you do. I expect that you don't marginalize yourself in the argument that you're being marginalized, because at the end of the day, now wait till you think, 9 days your mind, and now wait till you will become. I wish you strength. I wish you self-realization. I wish you love of the self, and every other great thing that comes to being an African woman.
Oh, wow, many thanks for that. That's so nice. So Alex, you know, I know that reality TV stars, you know, have strong influence on their fans and those who follow them. So as a Nigerian celebrity, you know, who has quite a number of followers on Instagram, on social media today. So my question to you now is that how do you manage, or how do you engage your fans positively?
By being myself. I've learned to show them my strength and my weakness, not just the strength as every other person, as most people, majority of people on social media would do. So I've tried to, from my own experience, teach them to accept who you are. Like he said, you know, don't be scared to show your weaknesses. The fact that you show weakness today doesn't mean that you are not still strong. Doesn't mean that you cannot be strong tomorrow. Don't be scared to fail. So from my daily posts, there was a time I posted I was sad on social media. I put it out there like, guys, I am actually really sad. And people started to send me DMs. You shouldn't do that. You can't be telling people that you're sad. Like, this is what you people do. And then everyone wants to be a celebrity. Everyone wants to make money. Everyone
wants to be strong.
Rosy.
Everyone they just want to stay strong. And then when they break down, they break down.
Bad.
And then you know, oh, this person is committing suicide. And why are you committing suicide? Because you try to teach us not to show our weaknesses.
You've been bottled up.
I show my weaknesses and I show my strength because I'm human. And I try to explain to people, be as human as possible. There's a reason why we have humans and we have God. You cannot, as a human, try to be a God because other people are showing you their God side. So I show them my truth. and I expect them to be able to show every single person around them their truths. And I'm a very interesting person, so it's not going to be hard to keep up naturally. And I feel like every single person, I feel like all of us are actually very interesting, but we just try to, for social media purposes, hide our interesting parts. I put out, when we had COVID, I said, dear God, please, after this COVID, can people not go back to being over serious? Because when we had COVID, that was when we knew that some people are actually really silly and fun to be around. People started to get bored. When they were bored, they started to be themselves. They could not keep up again with the photo shoot, to throw leg here, throw leg there, strong face, makeup. We saw who people were.
All right, guys, it's a wrap on the show, guys. Alex Vectors, many thanks for coming on the show today. And I must say that, I'm so grateful for your bluntness. I like the fact that you're so direct and so real. And of course, I've always known that Alex Unusual is extremely blunt to a fault. Extremely blunt. I wish you guys the best in your future endeavors. And of course, you guys have done wonderfully well for yourself, especially Alex, being the month of women. And I must emphasize that, looking back, I've never been someone who have watched Big Brother except for the last season, but the little research I've made about it, I'm so impressed with you, and knowing that you're just a young girl, please keep it up. We're so proud of you. Africa is proud of you, just like we're proud of Ngozi Owele. We're proud of her too. All right, guys, thanks for staying tuned. I want to say conversations were real and all real talk from both guests today on the show. So till we'll come your way next week Tuesday, please keep being real, and bye now.
Bye-bye.